7 Days EuroCup in association with
Hello and welcome. The regular season of the 7 Days EuroCup draws to a conclusion tonight, but the fates of tonight's protagonists in Istanbul are already assured. We're at the Sinan Erdem Dome for Galatasaray against Crvena Zvezda. Gala will not make the top 16 and are therefore playing for pride here. Their Serbian opponents are through and can play for a placement finish tonight. So here are the Crvena Zvezda squad arriving here into Istanbul. Finished third in the group, and it'll be the Spanish teams in the top 16. Unix and their Adriatic League rivals Cedevita if they finish higher. Tough matches, however the draw falls from Christmas onwards now, of course. The stage Gala have been unable to reach this season. Huge letdown, really, for a club that won this EuroCup as recently as 2016. A string of defeats in the group, most damagingly at Germany, Brescia, Leonessa 2 weeks ago. And then last week's loss against the group winners Monaco means they do not advance. Looking to finish on a high at home. Not been the start they wanted, the likes of Nigel Hayes and Aaron Harrison, who've come in as the big name arrivals, but just hasn't happened, and they've been unable to just share in this Turkish success in a EuroLeague and 7 Days EuroCup. They have Galatasaray. So disappointing at home, beat Ratio Farm in the last home match, all of 5 weeks ago actually, the way this 7 Days EuroCup schedule has panned out, but we're beaten here by Monaco on the road. They've struggled to pick up points. Galatasaray, a dreadful run, 3 defeats on the spin. Lost it to Crvena Zvezda in the first match between these two in this section, and away at Morabank. Crvena Zvezda had to refocus mid-campaign after the euphoria of 3 wins on the spin was followed by 4 defeats in 5. But what a performance Milan Tomic's team managed against Germany, Brescia, Leonessa last week when the record came a-tumbling. A EuroCup half-time lead record set and 2 club EuroCup records established. More on those later as we just look at the pictures here prior to the start of tonight's match. Group A in the 7 Days EuroCup. And Zach August and Joe Ragland, big head-to-head tonight. August has started 9 matches in this campaign, so he's an ever-present. And Ragland, the big money point guard who came in, 139, averaging 15.4 during this regular season. The 28-year-old point guard who helped Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar reach the EuroCup finals last season. He was the 2nd best scorer in the final sequence, so that's what they want from him, the experience at the top end, business end of the competition. Ragland there with the 139. Billy Barron, what a terrific season he's had on his 1-year deal here, 126 points in behind Ragland as far as Gala are concerned. Well, they look to the likes of Nigel Hayes, 127 all told in this regular season. 3 other players into triple digits as well in terms of the overall scoring, including the guard player Harrison. So the last of the introductions there coming along. along the Crvena Zvezda squad, Michael Oho. So Zvezda, as we know, are through in the first meeting 7 weeks ago. Joe Ragland led a real beating of Gala with 21 points. Billy Barron added 16. Ty Webster led for Galatasaray. Want more tonight. Webster with those 16 points in that first match, mauling poor beyond the arc shooting, and that's part of the wider malaise that means Gala are not one of the EuroCup's top 16 this season. Popular Gökçenil Köksal comes through the edge of the line there, and our coaches exchange pendants. So Gala looking to go out on a high. A disappointing campaign. Take note of the fact they lost their opening 2 matches in the 7 days EuroCup, and you can afford defeats the way this competition is strung out, but just not too many of them. And those 3 on the spin either side of the win against Ratio Farm Ulm have really hurt Galatasaray in this campaign. So Ertugrul Erdogan representing Galatasaray, and Milan Tomic, the legend, who returned to coach Crvena Zvezda, native of Belgrade, but spent the last 3 decades in Greece with Olympiacos, had terrific success there. The EuroLeague triumphs in amidst the success he had in Greece, but now back in Belgrade. So the starting 5, Ragland, Branko Lazic, Billy Barron, Borisa Simanic there, and a solid lineup. Ty Webster, Aaron Harrison, Nigel Hayes, Zach August, and a Gökçenil Köksal, familiar 5 here, that where Crvena Zvezda probably have the edge is the depth of their bench. We'll see what happens, and we'll get a bigger idea of whether they can be properly competitive in the 7 days EuroCup when it comes to the top 16 stage after Christmas. So 2 minutes away from the throw-off here. Yeah, it just hasn't happened really for Gala's big arrivals. Saw Nigel Hayes there, the 24-year-old, as we're introduced to our refereeing team. Hayes with the 1-2-7. They've just struggled really from beyond the perimeter this season of Galatasaray, and we'll have to concentrate on domestic concerns after they exit the 7 days EuroCup here tonight. Well, the man of the sport, the locals in Istanbul, get behind the Istanbul team, and it's no exception in basketball. It's a fabulous arena here, sporting facilities in this part of the world, second to none. And And certainly the locals hope for a little bit more cheer, so close in on you-know-what. Last 7 days EuroCup date before Santa arrives next week. So, we are all set. It is go time, it is show time here in Istanbul. Galatasaray against Crvena Zvezda. Group A of the 7 days EuroCup. Galatasaray, they can't get through. Crvena Zvezda are through. It's all about where they finish in the group now. Oh, wide open for the score in the opening seconds here. And Gala with Göksen in. Göksal straight off the bat, scored a 3-pointer with their first possession last week. 31 points in the first quarter as well. And Crvena hit back. 2-2. Absolutely brilliant from Crvena Zvezda in that match last week. A thumping win, 103-67 over Germania Brescia Leonessa. A record 43-point lead at the interval, and that beat the previous mark by 3. And talking of threes, there's a nice tidy one. So Crvena Zvezda on the attack, coming short then Billy Barron. Windmills his way through and into the low post to Oho. They bring it clear, and the three just comes a little short from Ty Webster. Nice expansive approach in the early stages here from Gala. They lead 5-2. Drive into the heart of the lane, but that's a turnover. Crvena Zvezda able to shuffle it clear. Joe Ragland starting things. Back with Ragland now, who will look to duck and dive. Has a screener in Oho. They send it wide, and that's dropped to perfection from Borisa Simanic. Harrison. Little from him thus far. Harrison into Hayes. Twists and turns, and is pushed away by Simanic. Immediately into defensive mode, having landed that triple. 5-all here. And Simanic just missed timing that rejection. Hayes drops the first free throw. Now then, he's only missed 2 all season. So we can chalk that up. 17 made from 19 attempted from the free throw line. Been absolutely brilliant for them this season. It's a shame that the rest haven't raised their level. Oh, and he drops another. So reliable. Ragland. Low, rangy style, Ragland, top of the key. Simanic into Oho. Twists and turns. Oh, that was a rejection. Second time of asking, though. Oho gets a bit of hang time in. Off the rim to start with. No messing around, second time out. Webster. Blocked off by Ragland. Two guards clinking their armour. And Webster, low post, they need room. Comes out to Kirksal, just a little too heavy-handed trying to work it. So there's going to be a pickup and a loss of momentum here. 7-7. Tight in the opening stages in Istanbul. Zenit with the 13th team to advance 24 hours ago. Ratio Farmon, by the way, as they alley-oop their way forward with Zach August. Ulm will qualify if they win at Germani Brescia Leonessa. Brescia qualifies with a 2-point win, or with any victory if Gala can hold on to an advantage here. 9-7 for Galatasaray. Marco Casali comes on for Crvena Zvezda. Well, Zach August, a fourth player in the Gala ranks to be into triple digits in terms of points scoring this season. That's Ragland. Backing into and bumping off Webster, and then that high arc on the triple. The rebound, though, is converted by Branko Lazic. Webster. Looking for the gap. Hayes moves into the lane. Has to step out, though. And Hayes, just a little too much on that. There's Ragland. Where are his options? Oh, he dances his way through and tees up the triple. Casali misses. And on the quick breakaway, here come Gala. Well, Kirksal might have gone for the throat there himself. (10-9) here. 1-point match. Off the boards. And Gala with an advantage that they will enjoy here. 3 over Crvena Zvezda. Working it round the arc. Ragland, always the go-to guy, spins it out. They're looking for a player who's open. There's a super combination, but that required a shot of real precision there and didn't get it. Kirksal, oh, what a rejection that is. And they're on the quick breakaway. Ragland will be the beneficiary. Lays another 2. Hayes. Wow, and there's so few options. Why not go for the glory? Ragland. Kept at arm's length here. Barron now tries to do some damage. Barron. Oh, top of the key. And finds the hoop. Harrison. Yeah, we've seen very little so far of Aaron Harrison. 1-point match. They used him as the decoy there. Zach August steps forward. Ege Ara comes on for Zach August. Standing forward is Ragland. Oh, Well, Ragland as the prompter needs options. Blanket defence there from Gala. 2-on-1 here, and they should make sure, yeah, off the board, and that drops home from Göksenil. Cooks out. Very sloppy from Crvena Zvezda. And they're only human. There is the temptation to just lift the foot off the gas pedal with the hard work done in this section. But boy, did they have to work for it. After 3 victories, got their campaign off to the best possible start. Lost it to Germany, beat Gala, and then there were 3 defeats before that victory back in Belgrade against Germany Brescia Leonessa last week. Baron, oh, that's a beauty again. There's a route through here. A switch back combination, which enables them to double up with Egarada. Kuseli. Nigel Hayes leading with the elbow. Baron. So much livelier with him on the court. Baron makes his move down into that low post area. Ragland, great handling again. And then Baron, can they get the combination? No, not quite. Now then, he's an interesting character, Mike Zerbsi. Big man from Bayern, second spell with Crvena Zvezda. Well, everyone's welcome in the 7 days EuroCup. Away we go. So the replacement there, Jaka Klobičar, the Slovenian guard, comes on. Harrison from a long way out, misses, too heavy. Back comes Crvena Zvezda. Through he goes. Oh, from back to front. Ragland had that in control the whole way through. 3 attempts, comes in, quick fire at the opposite end, and the buckets are falling now. That was Ty Webster. Ragland takes Webster with him. That languid style slows it down. And the twisting shot, lovely arc on it there from Stratos Peperoglu. The veteran's first contribution here. Jing down, Webster. They work the 3, and a double drop off that rim. And then squirreled away from Marko Arapovic. .130 to go in the first quarter here. Klobičar gives himself a bit of room. Oh, a bit unlucky with that shot. Ragland. And Ragland, Serbi's with his screen. Comes into the lane now, leaves the edge of it with Mike Zerbis. Oh, tries to squirrel the ball low and round the corner. Picked up by Klobuchar. Ega Arar. Hayes, still going Hayes. Speeded, just draws a lot of fouls on him, does Nigel Hayes. It's to do with his style. Gallat leading by 3 here. And we're watching Nemanja Nenadic come on here for Crvena. Hayes with another free throw. Nenadic. Still fancies it, Nenadic. Shot clock ticking. Nenadic comes low. A little bit scruffy on the defence there from Can Korkmaz. Just on those 2 team fouls, Crvena Zvezda up to 3, and then any more, of course, you hit 5. Then we're into free throw territory. Can Korkmaz. And yeah, not quite when you want the lights to go off. So after a delay here, 25 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Could be a window here for them to extend out with Jaka Klobuchar. Marko Rapovic steps in. Can Korkmaz steps back. There's the drive. No, rejection. A lot of mistakes on both sides here. Peperoglu brings it clear. To draw the foul, well, yeah, it's all a little bit loose that, I'm afraid, from Jaka Klobuchar. Bit of a change in intensity there, which results in the finish from Mike Zerbis. And that will be that for the first quarter. It's very close. You are going to see 7 days EuroCup tussles with greater intensity, in truth. But Crvena Zvezda very much playing within themselves here. They trail by 2 at the end of the first 10 minutes to their hosts Galatasaray here in Istanbul.
26 points.
Second quarter underway then here in Istanbul. Galatasaray against Crvena Zvezda. The Ultras are rocking the place. Tight lead though of 2 at the end of the first 10 minutes. Mike Zerbi's there. Nemanja Nenadic gives him maybe a little bit more agility. Borisa Simanic. Good rebound there. Great reflexes from Stratos Peperoglu. It's a step up here from Crvena Zvezda, as well as setting that half-time EuroCup record lead last week, 2 club records as well. As they get level here with the opposition, Galatasaray. Zvezda netted 15 three-pointers last week, just from just 25 attempts, 60% beyond the arc shooting that. 9 different players got in on the act there, led by Branko Lazic and Billy Barron. 29 assists as well, another club record last week. So there haven't been too many nights of pure joy like that for either of these two in the regular season. Belgrade was a very happy place last week against Giovanni Brescia Leonessa. Davidovac, 9 is Nenadic. Zerbi's great reach there. The left arm comes up and over and slots another 2 home for Crvena. They lead for the first time, 28-26. Bit of hesitancy there from Can Korkmaz. From more central, he was a little bit short with the attempt. Quick on the transition now, Crvena Zvezda. Good recovery as well, Davidovac. Zerbi's involved. Oh, lovely tap over from Nenadic. He shaped to pass, but he went for the kill. Klobuchar. Oh, nice behind the back pass. Missed though by Ega Ara. Korkmaz, nicely worked. Oh, the finish comes up and back over the head from Arapovic. Fouled, though, from that through pass there from Can Korkmaz. So Arapovic here posted his career high in total rebounds, 7 in the return match against Zvezda back on October the 30th. Free throw drops. There's no surefire thing with Arapovic either. Only 50% in his free throw shooting this regular season. Nenadic. Davidovac came short. Foul on Stratos Peperoglu. So, Nenadic there with the free throw. Crvena Zvezda lead by 1. Zerbi's so tall. That's a decent rejection on the backtrack there from Can Korkmaz. Yeah, no wonder he gets the high fives and the plaudits. Maintaining his concentration there. Lovely little jut out. The restoration of Korkmaz really taken into the responsibility. Headed off by Nenadic, so the second string guard players in there for both teams at the moment. Korkmaz, He's got an attacking option there in Gökçen'in. But Göksal couldn't quite work it there to Aaron Harrison. Davidovac on the restart. Nenadic now. Top of the key. A rather flat shot. He's going to get another go at it, you know, or at least second phase that attack into Zerbi's. Finally, they have a player wide open, but Davidovac misses the triple. One of the homespun contingent. And a club replete with foreign names, foreign stars. Crvena Zvezda. Won the last 4 Serbian leagues. Second in last year's ABA League, the Adriatic Championship, which brings together the cream of the Adriatic nation clubs. Budućnost, a massively successful team from that league as well. Webster, flick backwards. Oh, the spin, the pirouette, and the complete miss from Marapovic. So trying to set up the alley-oop there. Joe Ragland, Zerbi's was the decoy, and finally it's Simanic who drops the triple in quite delightful style. Almost a steal. Webster recovered well. Still going, disguises the bars and ends up throwing it. Good assist as well for a very fine point from Göksal. Shooting's coming thick and fast now. So Billy Barron, 5 points today so far. They're all being put in the shade though by Borisa Simanic. 8 to his name here for Crvena Zvezda. 22 there for Gala. Oh, that's delightful. From wide left, Aaron Harrison lands a super 3. They've got themselves back in the lead here, Gala. As we approach the midway point, the second quarter. Peperoglu does well to funnel it. Shot clock was almost up, no matter, because that is an arrowed finish from Billy Barron. Tolmaz. Zach August. Probably the right idea, but it's picked up by Barron. Stopped in his tracks. There's the club captain, Göksal. Been here 8 years now. He spent a year out at the rival club, or one of the rival clubs in this part of the world, the Rusafaka. The season they had last year. Well, perhaps it's something of a distraction for one or two of the players here. Certainly unusual. We've seen animals running around in outdoor arenas, plenty, but it's a cat into a 7 days EuroCup basketball match. So, an unusual stoppage, an unusual distraction, but we will be underway here. Just under 5 to play, second quarter. Joe Ragland. Shadowed by Webster. Oh, Ragland used the screener well. He has to cut back. Lazic, and then Zerbies. And Lazic spins out. Can't pick up that rebound. Aaron Harrison runs it clear. Kuksal. Oh, that's a blind pass. No, it's just not sharp enough, really, all round. In the attacking sense, a couple of alley-oop setups which weren't completed. That's another delightful triple from Crvena Zvezda, the latest coming again from Baron. .39 plays 35 here. 4-point match. Crvena Zvezda are ahead. Yeah, well, this is a player who hasn't had too much game time, court time yet in the 7 days EuroCup, but they reckon he's one for the future, Jakub Klobuchar. 31-year-old Slovenian guard. Fourth meeting between the two. Galatasaray won 2 of the previous 3. Harrison. Webster takes over. And from right on the line, picks up the rebound himself and finishes the score. And they're not pumping on all the cylinders today, Crvena Zvezda. Got a player with a very good range about him in Joe Ragland. There he is again, just drifting past Webster, going again into the key, funneled wide. And the three-point shooting is bang on point today from Crvena Zvezda. It really is. Klobuchar, very deep here. Zach August, well played. No, you have to finish those, surely. Quick rebound as well. Ragland, real options here for Crvena Zvezda. Baron not far off from making that, you know. Baron now in defensive mode. 2 around them. And good defense there. Really was blocking off Ayberk Olmaz. So Baron, they've hit something of a stride here, Crvena Zvezda. Ragland smoothing it, Baron finishing it. And Oho with the screen. Ragland goes for glory himself there, doesn't miss by much. Galatasaray on the rebound though. Drive into the paint. August scoops it wide. Another miss from Olmaz. Ragland. Oh, they're making it look easy. Branko Lazic that time draining a triple. Really good shooting from beyond the arc here from Crvena Zvezda. So after the timeout, gotta work out how to get back at Crvena Zvezda here at home. Last assignment in the regular season, the group stage of the 7 days EuroCup. .45 for Crvena Zvezda, 38 for Galatasaray. 2 minutes to go. And then we'll hear the midway buzzer, the half-time buzzer. Here comes Ty Webster, the 23-year-old Kiwi. Yannick Klobuchar. Harrison. Webster wants to make sure. Instead, he wants to transfer that responsibility to Zach August. Well, decent combination into Oho. Finally, they're using his weight, they're using his physicality. He was the end product of this attack. Came through two, and just able to draw the foul. That's so often the case with giants like Oho. Had a word with itself, didn't it? Score of 65 points in this 7 days EuroCup campaign here for Crvena Zvezda. Yeah, nice straight there. 2 from 2 from the free throw line for Oho. Giant centre. Lead of 9, and almost in the blink of an eye, Galatasaray just being cut a little adrift here. On the offense again, Crvena Zvezda just look more threatening. They've looked more secure in their attacking plays. As Ragland dances and jives, scoops the assist ball out. It's an air ball though when the shot finally comes in. Webster steps back, and Webster reminding us what he can do. Ragland. Here he is, furiously just sizing up his options, barking instructions. Oho's the screener. Oh, Ragland's zigzagging through. On the reset, Webster. Harrison makes room for himself. Just gives Davidovac the chance, opens that window for the rejection. It's just a lower intensity, really, about Galatasaray that perhaps has been the situation for them in the group writ large here. They trail by 7. Crvena Zvezda have been superb from beyond the arc here in the first half in Istanbul here against Galatasaray. Turkish giants against the big guns from Belgrade. And it's the latter who are on the attack here as the clock runs down. Second quarter. Ragland, his sheer force of personality and his strength carried him to that too there. Zvezda again out to 9 here. Ty Webster in the last play of the first half. Webster steps back, screening, and Webster rolls it into the paint. Up and over from Zach August. Touch on the way as well from Marko Arapovic. So there's 2 that beat the buzzer there. 7 is the gap though here for Crvena Zvezda in Istanbul. Low intensity fixture really at the tail end here of Group A. Whatever happens, even if Gala win, they won't be going through. Crvena Zvezda, even if they lose, they will be advancing into the top 16 of the 7 days EuroCup. So it's Milan Tomic who'll be the happier of the 2 coaches at the break here. Here's Crvena Zvezda, MTS Belgrade team lead Galatasaray Istanbul by 7, 49-42.
Nigel, you are the top scorer of your team at first half. What can you say about the first half and what are your predictions for second half?
First half, I think we made a lot of mistakes. We got ourselves down 7 points, and a lot of that was silly mistakes that we've done, like our last ATO, we turned the ball over. So once we clean those up, I think we'll be able to do good.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
So 12 points in that first half for Nigel Hayes, pacing Galatasaray here to their 42, but they're 7 down here against Crvena Zvezda, MTS Belgrade, who are on course here for the double against their Istanbul opponents in 7 days EuroCup Group A. So it's 49-42 at the break here. All very even, really. So that's how we stand at the break here. Galatasaray Istanbul 42, Crvena Zvezda MTS Belgrade 49.
So sent here, there, and everywhere. Lacey frizzed on, and Jamal McClain with the throw down.
Driving baseline, slumps it off, but there's Kawa making his presence felt.
Clock ticking down to beat the buzzer at the half, and he's done it! What a terrific bucket by Peyton Sievert. Saw the game clock was running out and used his basketball IQ to recognize where he was, launch with perfect form.
Shot clock under 5. So Ennis loses Villa, and then a great pass and a hard dunk by Mr. Diane. Crab goes to work. Barai gets in underneath. Dustin Hope, and it's swatted away. Kenny Gabriel says, no sir, no way, no how.
Kemikoglu directing the play from the corner. Oh my word, going inside. Well, that's how to announce your presence. Jet Lockett throws it down. Slaughter, Nelson hesitated with the 3-ball from the corner, and Kaba. Welcome back, Kaba, with a tip slam.
Walker Ennis had it stolen away. Javante Green continues to shine. And that one with authority. Green with the steal and the throwdown.
Off the front iron. Murphy over the top. Clarence open lane. Cuts it back. And that was nasty. Elijah Clarence, where are you coming from, big boy?
A middle range effort, and he gets it. Unbelievable. Huge, huge moment. William Howard sinks a massive three-pointer from on his own free throw line.
Stevčević lets fly, got it! And Dallas Moore certainly will be pleased with his performance.
Stevčević, bounce pass to Sutton, hello! Well, Stevčević with a little bounce pass to Dominic Sutton. Roko Stevčević, terrific from the outside. Stevčević rewards his team with a 3. Roko Stevčević, 31 points. The man of the match for Vilnius.
Coach, maybe you didn't start well, but with the second quarter you showed your quality. What can you say about your first half and what are your predictions for second half?
For sure, in the first quarter was not good defense. I mean, we received 26 points. In the second quarter we played better, only 16. But generally on the first half it was not good concentration from my team, and we have to do better job now in second half.
Thank you so much, good luck.
Well, welcome back here to Istanbul. You rejoin us at half-time here with Galatasaray Istanbul trailing Crvena Zvezda MTS Belgrade by 7 points. And I don't know whether you were following our coverage at the half-time there, but one of the more memorable half-time interviews given by Ertuğrul Erdekran, the Galatasaray coach, to our friend the interviewer down there. Short shrift, I think, is why the phrase was invented for what we just saw. Not happy at all. His team has shipped nearly 50 points, nothing changed, he said. And that was what they wanted before the curtain comes down on the regular season here in Istanbul. Galatasaray are not going through to the top 16. They beat Ratiafam Ulm here last time out. They beat Germany, they beat Morabank. So another victory here will perhaps give the supporters who aren't able to travel around Europe following the team in their road matches, that's an unfair reflection. That's a super three straight off the bat in the second half, though, from Nigel Hayes. Ragland. Now he's upping his numbers. It's his second from beyond the arc. Ragland starts off. Barron. Ragland, oh, look at the dive and the drive. Prodigious talent, he really is, Joe Ragland. Draws the foul as well on the attacking play, which was successful, which did result in points. So there comes the hand, trying to unbalance him from Zach August. Galatasaray, it's 2 team fouls already, just 37 seconds into the quarter. Ragland drops with that +1. Webster. Ragland, defensive mode now. Şaner Erdeniz wearing 12. Dogged defense from Branko Lazic. Well played, Lazic. Defensively alert. Well, it's a fine line, isn't it? Between keeping that contact legal, impeding your opponent, pulling the foul. Ragland. That gives you the option. Here comes Oho, that's the extra element. They've got a player wide open who drops another three-pointer. Borisa Simanic. Deadly from beyond the arc. 4 from 6 now for Simanic. Just been sloppy and scratchy from a lot of the Galatasaray personnel here tonight. So we're going to see Klobuchar coming back in. Hayes just colliding with his own teammate there, Aaron Harrison. Ragland, that low centre of gravity. Great handle. And that combination is working a dream for Simanic. Too hot to handle. Well, Simanic, no wonder the cameras seek him out. Perimeter shooting up the average to over 50% now for Crvena Zvezda. Simanic, 7 attempts, 5 of them have dropped. That looked good, just a little short and a little unfortunate there from Klobuchar. Tidy rebound though, another 2. For Crvena Zvezda, they're threatening to pull away again here. Barron windmills back round to try and get beyond the challenge of Şaner Erdeniz. Barron's never going to win the battle of heights there, but he's got such prodigious skill. Barron to Ragland, the go-to combination. Joe Ragland, listen to the noise. The distraction being provided by that wall of sound, a wall of support, willing him to miscue, misfire. Gap is 13 now. Galatasaray just have no answer, and even on the reset there, there's hesitancy from Nigel Hayes. Harrison. Klobuchar. Around the houses, Harrison. Oh, that's a jam in between hoop and board. Ragland. That step back there, the physicality is important from Branko Lazic because he had that extra yard or so wriggle room. Michael Oho. Lazic is free. Ragland driving towards the board there, but a little bit wayward with that end product, and Klobuchar brings it away. Just play spoiling stuff here, Crvena Zvezda. Change of balance there. Harrison, Klobuchar, quick combinations. Hayes, is there room enough for him to land the three? Yes, there was. Ragland, Barron, Oho, that height differential. Can't use the power though to rattle another two off the board there for Crvena Zvezda. So the lead is double digits. Hayes steps into the paint. Oh, uses his shoulder really well and then wraps another round the rim. Two more for Gala, two more for Hayes. A lot of plotting to be done here, particularly from the team they are following. Manner of speaking. Those die-hards aren't even watching this match, particularly our friend the cheerleader at the front of the tribune here. But it's what makes Istanbul an interesting place to come to. Not that time from Simanic, so the numbers come down from the player whose best three-point return was 3 against Germani Brescia Leonessa last week. He's already bettered that tally. Great hands there, all on the way through for Zerbis, who pinballs down another two. 62 to 52, lead of 10. Klobuchar. Hayes. Well, as is one, Mike Zerbis making life very, very difficult for Nigel Hayes there. So Husseini steps back in, sub back in here. Quick rebound, that'll do for Jaka Klobuchar. There's a long way back here for Gala, but it can be done. Very cute there. Needed opposition contact. Ragland knew that he'd been played. Gap is 8 now then. Midway through the third quarter, Ragland, blind assist. And Marco Casali there, just dropping that shoulder, trying to hit the low post. Hayes there on defense, fingers came out. infringement, but serious. Free throw restart. So, not made it through. Like the other Turkish-sized toppers, Borisa just above the red line in Group B with Limoges and Arkadina 5 and 6 in that section. It's an off-balance Baron, lands more, plunders more. Borisa took Telecom in Group C, they're above Zenit. Going through as well. Asvel recorded a dramatic overtime win last night at Zenit. Valencia won at Dolomiti Energy at Trento. That match had very little bearing on the ultimate standings. Busy week this week as Baron goes again. Seeks the glory, lands the glory, Baron. Well, with his pressure off, they're really letting fly from beyond the perimeter. Hayes again, steps back into the key, drives forward. Great shooting from Billy Baron. They're almost running a mid-team contest, Baron and Simanic amongst themselves. 5 from 8, 5 from 6, respectively. 17 points tonight for Billy Baron, 17 for Borisa Simanic. For the night for Hayes. Another excellent leading, pacing performance from Nigel Hayes. What's set to be another disappointing outcome, though, for Galatasaray. Zerbi's been very workmanlike about this attack. Oh, Zerbi's looked one way, played the assist the other. Three-point attempt missed. Zerbi's on the pickup. Kaseli, yes. Well, from left, from right, from back, from front. They're landing the perimeter shots. Gap's 13. They seemingly have no answer here, Galatasaray. Harrison tried to jump over the top. 3 on 2. Layup finish. Nemanja Nenadic. Timeout then. Crvena Zvezda very, very comfortable here in Istanbul. Away we go then after this timeout in the third quarter here. Crvena Zvezda are on course here for win number 6 of 10 in the regular season. 5 from 9, been enough to get them through, and of course it goes without saying that it does take the pressure off when you come into these pool-ending matches, these potentially decisive fulcrum fixtures. You know that you've done enough to get through already. Just a different mindset. How can it not be? Klobuchar goes for the three and is fouled on the way through. He's an exalted company, and sometimes it seems like he's trying very hard to sort of fit in, really, Jaka Klobuchar. Just a touch from Nenadic. Nicely done. I found he was going for a three, so this is 3 free throws. This is with the last of them. 59 plays 72 still. Crvena Zvezda with his daylight lead. Quick outlet pass. Sets them away here, Gala. Well, that's the way to eat into the deficit. Gökçen'in Köksal. Quick breakaway. Nenadic. Barron. Just pushed further and further away from the danger zone. Steps back. Lovely feint. It's all about trying to find someone who's open, and Lazic just comes up a little short with his attempt at the perimeter shot. What on earth was that? Back across the face of his own hoop from Zach August. Just the decisions are starting to be made incorrectly as well from Galatasaray's point of view. Trailing by 11 here. Well, 1:50 to go in this quarter. Both teams are at the limit, the red line limit. 5 fouls, so whenever you commit one thereafter, immediate free throw to the opposition. So Nigel Hayes, the first beneficiary. And again, Hayes, very calmly done. Never in doubt, either of those. 6 from 6 for Hayes from that free throw line. While there's life, there's hope here for Gala. More fluid lines, though, from Crvena Zvezda. That's been the case all night here in Istanbul. Barron. Zerbi's got that time. Mid-court attack, repelled. Gökçen'in Köksal, 3-point attempt, just misses from Erolcan Tinko. Rebound was successful from Hayes. Nenadic starting the move that ends with Peperoglu running home an easy layup. 74-65. Köksal. Bold attempt, which isn't far away there from Klobuchar. Nenadic. Kaseli. Oh, gives himself the path of least resistance. Just tiptoes his way to the hoop there. Klobuchar. Great hands as ever from Köksal. Hayes could take. Köksal tried to pass it round the corner. Arapovic just not quite on the same level there. Inside the last 20 of the third quarter. Good slick hands again from the visiting team. And another perimeter shot drains. Marco Casali that time, trying to beat the buzzer at the end. Oh, that's a super one from Gala. And Webster rightly will be saluted. So a little bit of joy at the end there of that third quarter for the home team Galatasaray. But still it's Crvena Zvezda from Belgrade who lead here. That wipes its feet before dropping. Nice sight for Gala. But generally speaking, they've been second best. The gap was 7 at the break. And it's now 9 here with 10 to play. Galatasaray 68, Crvena Zvezda 79. Away we go again. Fourth and final quarter here in Istanbul. Galatasaray 68, Crvena Zvezda Belgrade. Crvena on the attack here. Nemanja Nenadic. Great throw there from Baron, lovely handle. Zerbi's, yeah, the defence was effective enough to delay the pass from Zerbi's into Casali. But that's a super throw, it really is, from Billy Baron. Another fine match tonight for one of the more important players for Crvena Zvezda this season, Billy Baron. Hayes, Webster. Hayes, misses left. Quick on the rebound there. Kirksal. Obvious foul as well. It's coming in from Nemanja Nenadic. Can have a few complaints really, so we see the foul clock reset. So 1 apiece now. Up to 5, start conceding immediate free throws. Marko Arapovic, big time player last week against Jamali Brescia Leonessa, reminding us of some of the heroics there with that too. It's a throw over the top, working desperately hard for the rebound again, Nemanja Nenadic. So that was a really good rebound. Marco Casali is the option right-hand side. The perimeter shot, that comes from Stratos Peperoglu. Really isn't much room or time for a breather in between the end of the regular season and the top 16. First round of the top 16, 1st and 2nd of January. A week after next, basically. take us through to the 6th of Feb, 16 teams, 4 groups. The next stage of this competition, 14 groups. And then anything can happen in the playoffs. Barron. Running into the shoulder there of Ege Ara. Gap back to 7 then, so there's a fighting chance here for Galatasaray, but building up this head of steam and developing this momentum, that's the real challenge at the end, quite literally now of a long and exhausting group phase. Smooth as silk from Nemanja Nenadic. Well, it's his first successful free throw of the night, fails to drop the second. The gap is 8 here. Webster calculating the options. Arapovic. Fine handle. Webster funnels it back to Arapovic. Nice movement here. They want the 3. They're going to try and settle for the layup. Very busy end here. Oh, Webster just wanted to make sure, didn't he? And I think when Arapovic had just taken that extra step, he was momentarily unbalanced. So we're going to go from their own end line again here. Cervena with his 8-point lead remaining intact. And Turkish winners of the 7 Days EuroCup last season. Borisa Simanic beating Lokomotiv Kuban in the final series. But certainly Galatasaray are not going to keep that run going. Well, Barron just has a little bit too much dexterity. It's drawing the latest foul from Cinco. So he gets another go at it here. He was trying to just up those 3-point numbers, Billy Barron, who's been excellent tonight for Crvena Zvezda. The much-travelled Europhobe. He's been around the continent. 1-year deal with Crvena Zvezda, and he's propelling them forward in the 7 Days EuroCup. We shouldn't forget, actually, as recently as 2016, Galatasaray did win this cup. Strange quirks in the recent history of this competition if you look at the context of their current form. Webster, they're finding spaces here, and Arapovic just chips further into the deficit. Simanic there. Peparoglu. And he's got the know-how. Misses that though. Their ball. Oho on that retrieval. Good rebound there from the Nigerian. All very hectic as they scramble for that rebound. The reaction of the player tells you that it's serious. It's just an awkward connection, an awkward landing. Seems to be Ara. Well, when he bumps into you, Michael Oho, you know about it. Indeed, it's Eger Arau, just one of two survivors in this Galatasaray squad that were there in 2016 when they won it. The other one being the captain and club legend, Gökçen Köksal. It will be Köksal on the reset. Quick hands from Ty Webster, running it through. 3 on 3, that seemed to be a rejection. Oho with a save. Ragland. Pace comes down. Early take. Oh, and a terrific display of technique on the finish there from Peperoglu. Webster. Again, another tapped out rejection. I think there were defensive hands on that. 2 attacks result in nothing back-to-back for Galatasaray, and once more they find themselves being cut adrift to the tune of 12 points. It's the physicality again of Oho. Talking in Michael Oho. The player is 2.16 meters tall. Power that he has as well. 3 from 3 with that one from the free throw line for Oho. Keeps that 100% run going. Still over 5 to play here in Istanbul. The gap is 14 now. Galatasaray have it all to do. Hayes, but he picks that up off balance, and then never able to recover that balance as he went for the layup. Ragland, silky in transition again. Can't work that combination with Oho. So timeout here. It's not a great sight for Galatasaray followers, and we wish Eger Arau all the best in his recovery. Heavily strapped up, left knee then. It looked painful. No blame whatsoever It's actually the Crvena Zvezda opponent, though, that made contact with him, Oho. Aaron Harrison. Go high, trying to work through the lines here. Hayes. Guxal. Drives beneath the post. Oh, it came over the top, hit the board. They couldn't land the rebound. Way too sloppy, all in here, Galatasaray. Ragland. Oh, and even a player as diminutive as Joe Ragland can just dance beneath the raindrops all the way to the hoop. Webster. Harrison. Hayes. Webster. Quick take. Terrific land that from Ty Webster. More of the same are required here. 4 minutes to play in Istanbul. Under that kind of close attentions, Ragland does pretty well to squirm any kind of shot hoopwards there. Zach August has had one of the more difficult matches of the regular season for Galatasaray tonight. Ushers in free throw opportunities again. That's a rare miss, and Ragland's not happy about that. Well, the second one drops from Joe Ragland. 91-77. Like the Tun's going to be out of reach here. They managed it last week against Germani Brescia Leonessa. And that was the result, really, which made tonight academic. They had to beat Germani last week to take the pressure off this match. And that's what's happened. Ragland. Oh, look at the height on that. Another layup. Gap is out to 13 once more. Shot clock ticks. Spun into the middle. I can't tell you how many times that kind of attacking play has broken down for Galatasaray. Another 3 lands for Crvena Zvezda, who from beyond the perimeter here have been nothing short of superb. Stratos there. They've all got in on the act tonight here for Crvena Zvezda. Kiseli, Lazic, Baron 5 from 6, Simanic 5 from 8. Behaving with more confidence, and we certainly saw that last week too. Very clumsy that from Ragland, and uncharacteristically so. Bringing down his compatriot Aaron Harrison. Well, why not have a go? This is just on the near side there, but not by much. Ragland dictating. That free throw line, swing on the pass, Simanic. Bit of a come down for him, a three-point expert tonight, going for a straightforward double. Zach August, another attacking play, just dies away on the beach. Ragland, great handle, through he comes. And tap away there by Zach August. Contact had come in before that from Jaka Klobuchar there. Left arm came round. So Gala up to the red line. Immediate free throw for Joe Ragland. Maybe they are going to hit the ton here. Yeah, another 80 plays 98. It's as far ahead as they've been all night here, Crvena Zvezda. And Galatasaray just want to hear that final buzzer. They want to put this 7 days EuroCup campaign to bed. They want to forget all about it and move on and concentrate on the national championship. And indeed, the European opportunities that will present themselves for the next season. Harrison. Borisa. A little bit more direct than this. There's finally the offload to Harrison. Shot clock at 5. So he was able to release. Nenadic. Lazic. Bouncing to the paint, just missing near side. 90 seconds to go. Jaka Klobuca. Guksinil Kuksal. Waiting and biding his time. Zach August. So he's drawn a foul here. Off that assist from Goksanil and Kuksal. It's not going to affect anything, this though. Webster will up his numbers. Ty Webster. He's been put in the shade tonight by Nigel Hayes. Webster there with only his second successful free throw of the night. High pass. Missed time jump in the defense there from Aaron Harrison. Going through the back of Dusan Ristic. Come on for some court time right at the end here, Ristic. In it goes. That after 16 seconds of play. Dusan Ristic here. Not a bad return, is it? Never likely to be swayed by the swaying Galatasaray supporters. Just banked up in the tribune. Behind the hoop, away to our right. Try as he might, still no way up and over and down there for Zach August. Crvena Zvezda, cute little dribble there from Stratos. Working back through Lazic. Nenadic now. Davidovac, three-point opportunity, no cherry on top there. But a quick rebound, that was Crvena Zvezda's as well. Looks like they've put all the hard yards in already. 14 three-point field goals here. 27 attempts, 51.9%. Contrast that to 9 from 20 for Galatasaray. But Galatasaray have not looked at a cohesive unit here. And that's that. The towel has been thrown in. Crvena Zvezda end their 7 days EuroCup Group A campaign with back-to-back ton-up scores. After 103 last week against Germani Brescia at Leonessa, they've hit 100 dead here in Istanbul against a demoralised, a dejected Galatasaray team. But take nothing away from the way Crvena Zvezda approached this match. They were already through, of course. playing for a higher up finish in the group. Ragland 18, Billy Barron 20, Borisa Simanic a brilliant 17, including 5 from 8 on three-point shooting. So Milan Tomic a happy man as Crvena Zvezda finish the campaign with back-to-back victories. Just 6 out of 10 all told, but it's enough to get them through. Galatasaray just want to put this campaign to bed. Full stop, really. The victory against Morabank.
Coach,
well,
first
that's
of all,
forgotten.
congratulations.
They
You're in
lost
the
here.
top 16. What can you say about the victory and this achievement?
Listen, I think in the second half we played just a little bit better than in the first half. I'm not satisfied how we play because 83 points is too much. 83 points too much. Okay, our offense was good, but our defense was bad. If we want to be good in the top 16, we have to play better defense.
Maybe at the beginning of the season, your performance was not excellent in this 7 days EuroCup, but at last 2 matches you won with over 100 points. What can you say about your key players' performances?
I'm not agree, that our performance was not good. Our performance was good during these games. Probably you mean that we lost against Brescia, that we lost against Andorra, that we lost against Monaco. This will happen. If you see all the groups and all the teams, all of them, they lost some games. And especially this team that they're building this year with 10 new players. We lost some games, but our performance was all the time correct.
Thank you so much.
Difficult man to please, but he will surely be pleased. Milan Tomic here. Crvena Zvezda all set to go through as the 3rd place finisher in Group A.
Billy, first of all, congratulations. It was last match of the normal season and you're in top 16. What can you say about the victory and this achievement?
It's a good a road win for us, definitely. They brought their fans out and we knew they weren't going to lay down, but it was good to finish this round with a win and get whatever seed that we got. I'm not sure what we got, but looking forward to keeping this confidence going and learning what we did well tonight and carrying that into the next round because we're going to have some tough games.
You won your last 2 matches with over 100 points and you scored 20 points today. What can you say about your performance?
Just, I got great teammates who find me. I got great plays. Just stay in the rhythm of the game. Always try and play hard on defense, and my defense gives me confidence on offense. So I got some guys who find me, some good teammates. So it's fun playing out there, and especially when we play as a collective unit, we're playing some good defense, playing some good basketball.
Thank you so much, and congrats again.
Thank you.
Billy Barron, the beating heart of Crvena Zvezda, 20 points tonight and 6 attempts from beyond the perimeter. 5 of them landed. So a 17-point win all in for Crvena Zvezda here. They've done the double over Galatasaray. It finished in Istanbul. Galatasaray 83, Crvena Zvezda from Belgrade 100. Perfect end to the regular season campaign in the 7 days EuroCup for Crvena Zvezda. They've got through here with 6 victories. Going to put Galatasaray in the shades. Gala themselves shaded the first quarter, 26-24, but after that it was all Crvena Zvezda. MTS Belgrade 25-16. The second went their way, 30-26 in the third, and then Galatasaray really eased up, 21-15 in that fourth. Terrific downtown shooting. Ragland was impressive with 18. Barron, 6 attempts at threes, 5 of them dropped. Simanic, 5 from 8. A disjointed performance ultimately from Galatasaray. Their big signings haven't worked out. Aaron Harrison and Nigel Hayes. So the 2016 7 days EuroCup winners have their interest ended in this season's competition before the top 16. Back-to-back 100-point victories for Crvena Zvezda. So this is the scene from a desolate Sinan Erdem Dome in Istanbul, with Galatasaray having been beaten again here. 17, the gap all told. National commitments take precedence for them, whereas Crvena Zvezda will wait for the concluding fixtures across the 7 days EuroCup, including in tonight's last match in Group A, which is Germany Brescia Leonessa against Ratia Farm Ulm. So only when that match is decided will we see exactly how it all plays out in terms of the seeding that Crvena Zvezda will get for the top 16. Well, it's been a pleasure to have your company here in Istanbul. Not the outcome Galatasaray wanted at the end of the regular season. All looking good, though, for Crvena Zvezda. Their star is rising. And they completed the regular season Group A here with a victory, 100-83.